Well, this is the new Peugeot 308 GT line. The 308's already an award-winning car, and this version adds a little bit more sporty appeal to it. The GT line basically means it's GT-ish. Not quite the full GT, so a warm hatch perhaps rather than a hot hatch. But what you've got is GT styling, gorgeous interior, beautiful car. It doesn't have quite the performance of the full no-holds-barred GT, but on the other hand it doesn't have quite the price tag or the insurance group either. And it really is a gorgeous little car. I'm in love with it. Delivery drivers who provide the press fleets and ferry them around the country for the manufacturers are generally a fairly hard-bitten and cynical bunch, but when this car arrived at the newsletter, the driver said, "It's gorgeous, you're going to love it," and he was right. It's a gorgeous interior, nice red stitching on black leather seats, really nice dashboard. Perhaps not the reaction that Peugeot will be expecting when you say, "Oh, isn't it pretty?" Perhaps doesn't appeal to the hot hatch boy racer or girl racer. And it's crammed with useful features which I think are probably the anxious parent in the back, who's the parent of that said boy racer, because it's got all sorts of alarms and bells and whistles to tell you when you're driving badly or about to bump into a wall when parking, or, "Oh my goodness, you've opened the door and the handbrake isn't on," kind of thing, which probably keeps people safe and secure. And useful things like telling you what the speed limit is and so on, keeping the parking tickets and other things at bay, or even speeding tickets for that matter. And this car is 21,445 on the road, which is not bad really for what you get. Generous boot, excellent interior space, and a gorgeous 1.2 litre engine. I could not believe the engine was that small, because you get really good performance out of it. I would have thought it was a 1.6 at least. Acceleration to 62 miles an hour is 10.3 seconds, which is sprightly, though GT-ish rather than GT. And fuel consumption is amazing, nearly 60 to the gallon combined, which is marvellous, from a really flexible, nicely proportioned engine. And remarkably low CO2 emissions, 110 grams per kilometre, which means that your tax is pretty low too, not to be sneezed at. All in all, a very gorgeous and impressive little car. And I will demonstrate, if Josh behind the video can pick up some of the noises, or some of these marvellous bells and whistles you get with it when you start the engine. So we will take the brake off. And at that point, see what happens when you open the door. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the kind of marvellous, very entertaining kind of panicking parent noise, which is adds to the entertainment value of this motor. And another lovely thing about this car is the colour. Officially it's called magnetic blue, gorgeous deep metallic blue, which apparently is in tribute to the traditional French racing colours, which are blue. French racing blue as opposed to British racing green. I certainly didn't know about that before. It'll come in useful at a pub quiz one day. And it's beautifully designed outside as well as in. Lovely LED running lights give it a slightly cat-like appearance, which is always a good thing, of course. And twin exhausts, beautiful alloys, really nicely put together. Very good package. So all in all, beautiful car, highly recommended.